2. You know, RJ, you can feel the excitement in the air. It's the season opener for both these teams.
The wait is finally over for these fans. Both teams hoping to kick things off with a win, so I expect a lot of effort tonight.
Now let's take a look at Louisville's opening lineup.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. The 11-footer, it's rebounded by Houston. And this matchup with Louisville, hard to believe, just the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season schedule.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Back to Brown, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Shoots. It's hauled in by Brown. The Cardinals have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Takes it inside. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
A putback. The Cardinals have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. To the inside. Lets it go. That misses off the backboard.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he's got great position, and it makes it a really tough shot, even from such close range.
1:27 left in the first quarter. Can they get it? No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Louisville shooting their first free throws of the night.
Shooting for the Cardinals. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. So both teams making some changes here. And Brown drops them both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year.
Ball movement was one of the keys to what they did last season. Every squad talks about teamwork. These guys backed it up.
.54 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Houston moving it around. They can use a bucket. Fires for three. A shot by Fleming, no good. Cardinals leading by 5. .23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Houston on the break from the baseline. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Louisville. To the paint. That one misses. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cardinals lead by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from the Cardinals, guys, what are you thinking?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
And you think about the importance, RJ, of awareness and basketball IQ. What about players who don't have that, but are immensely talented?
Well, they still have to grow their IQ, and that can take time, because if you make too many mistakes, it will cap your minutes.
And for Louisville,
a quality pass, setting up a quality shot, it's just textbook basketball.
And for Houston. Around a minute gone here in the second quarter. They set the screen. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Houston now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's McCarty. Scoreless thus far. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston on Thursday, then on Saturday.
And you know, for that matchup with Florida, it's going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start to the year.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. This now will give them a chance to discuss some potential changes. Brown is checked in for the Cardinals. The first free throw is good. One drops. He ties it up. Here's Brown. He's got 7. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's the screen. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's McCarty. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. To the middle. Here's Kamara. The layup off target. And so it's Houston with it. And here's Sharp. Nothing on the board. Driving the lane. Out of bounds. It'll be the Cardinals' ball.
The ball goes to Louisville. Substitution on the court.
1:46 left now here in the second.
Houston foul. Number 11.
And the Cardinals making a change here. Kumar is checked in.
Cardinals substitution. Number 12. Mohamed Kamara.
Cardinals with the ball. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And here's Brown outside. Hit the floater. Here's Fleming.
Louisville foul called. First personal foul. Second team foul.
.11 left here in the second. Inside. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now Kamara. Still without a basket. Looking to end the run. And Fleming pulls it down.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Houston moving it around. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. 6 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot. Sharp. They get it again.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And it's blocked. Out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Good if it goes. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Houston on top as they end the period on a 9-0 run. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
Taking a look at Houston, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. It is a hopeful time of year for everybody.
Inefficiency on the offensive end. How about pounding it more inside, like I always say? Also, if you don't have a look, don't take a crazy shot. Make an extra pass.
Shaq, it's a great recipe, man. More physical, more unselfish.
That's right, recipe. Put a little ice cream on top of that hot fudge and you get a championship like me.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Louisville trails by 4. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Brown outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got 10.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
There's the pick. There's the lob to the hoop. Tipped away. To the middle. Moves back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Houston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. And for Louisville, they're shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them, to say the least. And they call an illegal screen here.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Houston in the lead. They set the pick. To the paint. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
The 3. It doesn't go for him.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Buries the long-range jumper.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the 3rd quarter. Right wing. There's a good screen. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. 5 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with them. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year.
Both really good defensively last season, and that showed up in those steals numbers.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Sweet move, and it's Houston with another. And so it's Louisville with it. Louisville passing it around. .136 left in the 3rd. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Houston.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Off target at the rim. Louisville trails by 6. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. There's the triple. Cans it from downtown. 8 points for him.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Launches a three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The three. It's good from long range. And it's an 8-point Houston lead.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
And so it's Houston holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Out to the right wing. Now, here's Sharp. From past the arc, it's not going to go for him.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
And for the Cardinals. Here's Fleming. To the inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And that one, good.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse.
Timeout.
Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Teams changing it up here. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Here's Sharp. Puts it up from 12. Not going to go.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
This is his second three this half. He's getting even more bold at that arc.
Houston leading by 5. From deep. That shot no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
1:51 left to play here in the fourth. Shoots the 3. It's good.
It's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Here's Brown. Not a lot of room. Hit his leg. And the ref's saying he kicked it. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Personal foul, first team foul. At the line for the Cardinals. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. And Brown drops them both.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And he banks the layup in.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Layup, no good. Houston leading by 8. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Fires the 3, and there's the 3.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Houston.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Chris, number 11. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
A new lineup here for Houston.
Pryor at the line for one.
One shot.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Number 53, second personal foul, first team foul. Substitution on the court.
And that's an intentional foul.
Third personal foul, second team foul. At the line for Houston, number 7. 2 shots.
We got this.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Shot and game clock separated by 5.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight. This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And an intentional foul right there.
Third team foul. At the line for Houston, Sharp taking 2 shots.
We got this.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
From outside, not that time, it won't go. So they foul intentionally.
Number 22, second personal foul, fourth team foul. At the line for 2, number 11.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. A three-pointer. Good. So Houston wins it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports.